Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. We have moved a lot of the tomatoes inside the greenhouse, even though today is a warm day. So they are, it's getting colder at night, so it's better to keep them in there where we can keep them protected. So that is what we are doing. So today's Monday, the 27th of September 2021. Not a bad day. I'm going to show you this really quickly. A little bit of clouds, but not too bad. Got a good breeze going today. Went out to Tractor Supply today. I'll show you here. Was getting stocked up on stuff. I like to keep my levels of feed for the animals at a certain level. And so when I was down there, they had a lot less stock than they normally do. So I'd planned on only picking up like about 100 pounds of cracked corn, but they only had 4 bags of cracked corn out. And I'm like, well, you know what? Since it's there, I'm going to snatch it. I was going to pick up 1 bag of feed, and that was actually kind of low as well, so I just grabbed the 2 bags of feed. What I also do, and I'm going to show you real quick, I'm going to get into the topic of the video here, guys, in just a moment. What I also do is I like to keep the dog and cat food at a certain level. So, actually we won't even go in because you won't be able to see anyway, but in the old battery room, I have 1 bag of dog and cat food in the house. So the cat food bags are 36 pounds, the dog food bags are 50 pounds. What I do is I keep 3 bags in the old battery room. Like I said, you're not going to be able to see it anyway, so there's no sense even going in there. But I just recently brought in 1 bag of each, and so I'm like, well, time to add another bag of each. So I keep 3 bags of cat food and 3 bags of dog food in there. So it's 150 pounds of dog food as a backup, plus whatever one we're using, and then 3 36-pound bags of cat food plus the one we're using. So the one that I literally just opened it today. So got a full bag in the house plus 3 more there. So that's, just part of preparation. You have to prepare for your animals as well, because your animals cannot prepare for themselves. So I think it's important to keep your stocks, set your limit where you want to have it, and then make sure you have that much on stock, and don't let yourself get down too low, because when something happens, not if, when, you are hopefully going to be in decent shape for a while to take care of your animals. Down the road, you'll have to figure stuff out as you go. But all right, so today, New York State is the deadline. We're going to talk about the deadline. Now, I'm not going to give you an opinion one way or the other. I'm just going to talk about the deadline. I'm going to talk about the results of what's going to happen because of the deadline. These are going to be factual information that I'm giving you. So, all healthcare workers, nursing homes, hospitals, today was the deadline. Either they got the right, or they lose their job. Well, there's a lot of people that were absolutely not going to get it. That's a fact. And so a lot of people are going to be out of a job as of today. Now, I hear all this talk about people not being able to collect unemployment. If this was the case, I think that's a complete hogwash. I think you can still collect unemployment, just because of the fact is they fired you. You did not quit. It is not considered a voluntary resignation. No, they fired you because you would not do what they deemed that you should do. Okay? What effect is this going to have on hospitals, nursing homes, especially nursing homes, guys? Okay, I want you to think about this. I've worked nursing homes for years. I did a lot of agency work. So a lot of times what we would end up doing, we would go into nursing homes because they were short-staffed. They were always short-staffed. Always short-staffed. They never had enough workers. So I was always as busy as I wanted to be with working with an agency. All right. So you'd go in blind. You'd go onto a floor and you just do what you had to do. So with this new mandate, with this new deadline, what you are going to see happen, and this is not a if, This is not, well, maybe. This is an absolutely. You are going to see even worse nursing shortages than you saw before because people are not going to comply. That's just a fact. I mean, there is a certain percentage of people that are not going to comply. You can believe in them 100%. You can be all in. You can buy in and think these are the greatest things since sliced toast. Or you can totally disagree. It is a personal choice. It is an absolute personal choice. The fact that they are forcing people to do something that they don't want to do, I have a real issue with. That's number one. Okay, I absolutely have a real issue with that. So, but what you are going to see is a direct result of that. Who is going to suffer? Let's talk about that for a moment. The people that are going to suffer are your nursing home patients, are your hospital patients, because qualified staff that have been there, that know how things are run, that are used to working short-staffed, that are used to working in less than desirable conditions, because, let me just say this again, management does not give a crap about staff, okay? Let me be clear. You ask nurses, I've had them in the comments before many, many times. They have backed me up every time I've said this. CNAs, nurses, any kind of staff in nursing homes or hospitals, they will tell you the same thing. They're always short-staffed, they're always hurting, they're overworked, they're being mandated for double shift, especially the CNAs. That was one of the beauties of being a nurse. They could not force us to do double shift, so that was a blessing in itself. When you are working tired constantly, that is when mistakes happen. That's when people get killed, because you're short-staffed, you're burnt out, you're going through the motions. It's unfortunate, but that's reality. With what they have done here, it is going to cost people their lives. That is my opinion, okay? Because the care is not going to be where it needs to be. The staffing is not going to be where it's going to need to be. Now, I've heard all this talk, so let's talk about this. Oh, they're going to bring in the National Guard to do positions in these different hospitals. Okay, so how long are you going to do that for, realistically? Realistically, how long? So it's something to think about as well. So there's a lot to think about. People need to be paying attention. You're going to see the quality of care go down because it's qualified people that have been there forever and a day are being shown the door because they won't play the game. That's an issue. And I think they have every right to be in that position where they can do and make those decisions that they want to do with their own health. I was going to show you guys this. Look at the grapes. Look at that. Oh, yes indeed. Now, the grapes, I will not pick the grapes until we have a first frost. When you have the first frost, that's when you pick the grapes because it brings more flavor and sweetness into the grapes. So, very cool though. And if you remember this year, guys, now the deer got some of this on this end, as you can see, but this whole thing, we cut it way, way back this year, and they have come back unbelievably well, so that's a pretty cool thing. Anyway, our other grapes that we planted this year did not come up. They did not do well, so we will definitely be adding more here with that next year. Slow and steady, slow and steady. That's all it's what it's going to have to be. But anyway, I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback. What do you think about the mandates? What do you think about the deadline being today? Will patients suffer because of this? Will hospitals, will nursing homes be even more short-staffed than they have been and will continue to be always in a day? And again, I want you to think about this. When you see a facility, and I'm not going to name one in particular, but I'm going to give you an idea. If you are working for the county and there is a facility in Mount Morris, New York, and I won't say the name of the facility, but if you go into the penny saver, every single penny saver that comes out, they're looking for LPNs, they're looking for RNs, they're looking for CNAs. Now, that should be a huge red flag. Why should that be a huge red flag? It should be a huge red flag because it means they don't treat their staff well. Because the turnover is so high, people don't stay, okay? And And that's a reality. That's a reality. I worked there. I was there for 6 months. And just before I got my 6 months in, which was where you were protected by the union, once you were there 6 months, it was more difficult to get rid of you. They let me go because I didn't play their game. I wouldn't write people up. I don't play that game. I believe in actually talking to somebody like a human being and giving them a chance. And if they've made a mistake, you talk to them, you give them guidance, you show them, you know, look at this is how we need to be doing this. You don't write them up every time you turn around. But that's the game they like to play in that particular facility. So anybody that has worked in Mount Morris, certain facility that, again, you will see every Sunday or whatever, every time the Penny Saver comes out, they're always looking for help. Not a shock. Not a shock at all. So anyway, very interesting. And I'm sure that place is going to be a nightmare as well, because I'm sure not all the staff are going to comply there either. So it will be interesting to see how things go moving forward. My concern with this whole thing is the patients. They're going to suffer. They're absolutely going to suffer. And I think that that is a travesty. And it is unfortunate. It is very, very unfortunate. So, but that's New York State, and they've decided to do what they're going to do. And Hochul gets on there today, the new mayor, because Cuomo's out now because he's a toucher. So she gets on there and she goes, I hope nurses do the right thing. Well, I'll tell you what. In my opinion, again, my opinion, those that are refusing are doing the right thing because they have a choice. And it's not going to be letting somebody dictate that what goes into your body or not goes into your body. That's just, again, that's strictly my opinion. I'm not telling people what to do, will not tell people what to do. You can make your own decisions. As adults, you should definitely do that. So anyway, that is it for now. I do want to mention, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, the Legacy Freeze-Dried Food Sale is almost over. It is going to be ending as of the 1st. The 30th of this month is the last day of the sale. Midnight West Coast time, 3 a.m. East Coast time on the 1st is the sale's over. So if you were thinking, and the prices are increasing. So I have to increase the prices as of the 1st of October. So if you are looking to purchase something off of my website for the Legacy Freeze-Dried Food, preppernurse1.com, you click on store, it'll drop down, you will see Legacy Foods. If you go into the store at the website, you will see what we have available there. Definitely take advantage of that. Again, 25-year shelf life. It is GMO free. It is made in the United States. It is vegetarian. There are beef and chicken options available as well that you can purchase separately. It is also, gluten options are available for people that need that. When you make a purchase, when you check out, 20% will come off automatically. All right? And so that is what is going on with that. And I would encourage you to take advantage of that. Because again, as of the 1st, the prices of the food are going to go up and the sale is going to be over. So you're doing a double savings right now, getting it at the prices that it is right now, plus saving yourself 20%. So I encourage you to take advantage of that. All right, guys. Well, I am going to jump off of here for right now. It really is a nice day. Nice breeze. It actually feels pretty good. Remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race, and as soon as we can figure that out, we're going to be in much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. That is for sure. So tell the people that you care about every day how you feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out.